When we announced that we were going to look at the reinstatement of Halloween, the entire business community in Lahaina got behind it and applauded. We've been working with many members of the community since we've come in as administration to try and make Halloween work. And the vast majority of businesses, there was a survey done that showed literally millions of dollars were being lost because of Halloween not being there. And the vast majority of the businesses were dependent on Halloween to be able to have their workers benefit from it. So a lot of the money that's in Lahaina right now uh, is dependent on these kinds of events. And Halloween is a very special event. Lahaina is noted for it. We've worked very hard to make sure that all the various issues that have come before us have been addressed. As mayor, a former council member, and someone who has a lot of relatives in Lahaina, we've gone out of our way to try and make sure the Hawaiian culture is being respected and that we are being able to develop areas of cultural significance in a very, very large way. The islands of Moku'ula is being resurrected. We're working very hard with the committee that's in that area, trying to get the property all under the auspices of the group that's developing the area. We've worked very hard in Ho'aloha Park to be able to create uh, the canoes and to be able to create hula pai in that area. We've been working very hard to be able to allow control of the Banyan area by some of the cultural committees. We've been working very hard to make sure that the return of the Hawaiian culture is up front and up center for everyone to be able to enjoy and to respect. The redevelopment of the old uh, center of government for the state of Hawaii in Lahaina is what is there. The historic value of the monarchy is there in Lahaina. And we have been working very diligently with the various groups to make sure that that is being respected and rebuilt. It's not only good for tourism and good for the economics, it's also good for our community to be able to understand some of the Hawaiian culture. And we're working very hard to do that. That should not be lost in the discussion of the Halloween parade. When we're looking at events throughout Maui, we find that events truly enhance the quality of life within our community, and we have many events. Unfortunately, in Lahaina, the Cultural Resources Commission has taken it upon themselves to try and dictate the mores of the entire community well beyond the scope of what they are assigned to do. Now, within the confines of what they're supposed to be looking at, the height of the stage and the activities in Banyan Tree Park. Uh, when they were working with, if they would work within that area, we would have been able to get out of this very, very easily. But when a few people within the commission just decided that they would use this to grandstand their positions and take it well beyond the authority of a commission, uh, we decided what we would do is we would work with the community groups there, with Lahaina Town Action Commission, with the businesses. We've met with Kapuna Council and many others, taken their suggestions, and what we did was we just are not working with a high stage that brings it to the scope of the Cultural Resources Commission. I mean, that is really what their jurisdiction is, how high the stage can be, and the type of activity within Banyan Tree Park. We've moved the activities away from Banyan Tree Park so that it's no longer within the realm of what we're working with. Taking this away, there is no reason and no legal justification for having to go through the Cultural Resources Commission. Now, this is the same as we do with any other commission. The commissions have a jurisdiction by which they're supposed to be judging an event or an item. So if Planning Commission is charged to be able to look at the issues within their jurisdiction, only those issues are what they should be looking at. When you get too far outside of the scope of what it is, then you have a few people dictating to the entire community what the mores of the community are. And when we look at the issues that were being put out there, cultural issues, which is an affront to the culture, and we see that the same kind of activity are being permitted in Paia, Kahului, Kihei, other parts of Lahaina are acceptable, then we have to question whether or not the commission is looking at this with the scope that it should be looking at within its authority. So we decided that we would work with the rest of the community and we would go ahead with Halloween, because that is what's really, we've been told by the vast majority of the community that they want. We've been very, very cognizant of the issues that are in Lahaina that have been brought up, and we've been dealing with those issues, not avoiding them, but we've been dealing with those issues on a very real world basis. And we are going to make this one of a fun event, not a cultural affront. We are taking it to the realm of another activity that is in Lahaina, just as they have many other activities in Lahaina. We have parades in Makawao. We have parades in Kihei. We shut off Market Street in Wailuku. We've been doing this for decades and decades, and it's only because a few people want to be able to judge what the moral basis of the community should be that they are trying to maneuver things around, and we're not going to allow that to happen. We've worked with the police department. We are going to have police officers assigned as we did before, and we're going to supplement the police officers there so that we have adequate staffing. Now, there is no time in Lahaina that is safer than during the Halloween period. I mean, when you look at it and you look at a police officer virtually every 15 feet, you've got a police officer standing there. You're not seeing the rowdiness that would normally occur. And when you consider the history of Lahaina, Lahaina was a whaling town. This was where the whalers came in to be able to relax and blow off steam after being at sea for months and months. That's what the history of Lahaina is. So it's always been a rowdy town. What we're doing is we're reducing the rowdiness to somewhat more normal, and actually even less than normal rowdiness. We're allowing people to be able to celebrate an event that is celebrated nationwide through virtually every community. And we're allowing it to occur in a very calm way. So we're very supportive of the Halloween that's occurring, and we're hoping that everyone who comes there will truly have a great event. We're asking everyone to please not underdress, but to wear appropriate attire, and to respect the fact that there are varying ages of participants there. So we're asking everybody to, calm it down a little bit, but have a lot of fun. The idea is for everyone to be able to show off their imagination and their ability to be creative, at the same time being tasteful.